Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, A Very Stable Genius, a creation by Philip Rucker and Carol Leonnig. A Very Stable Genius, 2020, provides an authoritative portrayal of Donald Trump's tenure as President of the United States. In this book, Carol Leonnig and Philip Rucker have gathered testimonies from numerous public officials and first-hand witnesses who are well-versed in the inner workings of the Trump administration. Covering a span of 3 years, these sources shed light on the personality and actions of the 45th president as never before. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Carol Leonnig, an investigative journalist at The Washington Post, has been recognized for her exceptional reporting on various topics, including Secret Service misconduct, Russian interference in the 2016 election, and government surveillance. Her work has earned her 3 Pulitzer Prizes. In addition to her contributions to The Washington Post, Leonnig is a regular commentator on both NBC News and MSNBC. Philip Rucker, as the White House bureau chief at The Washington Post, played a key role in leading a team of reporters that received the Pulitzer Prize in 2016 for their coverage of Russian meddling in the previous year's United States presidential election. Apart from his responsibilities at The Washington Post, Rucker also serves as a political analyst on NBC News and MSNBC. With 7 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, experience the splendor of Trump's White House with a captivating tour that offers a unique insight into its grandeur and opulence. Get an up-close look at the iconic rooms and historical artifacts that decorate this esteemed residence, providing a comprehensive understanding of its significance in American history. Discover the stories behind the prized art and furniture pieces, while basking in the rich heritage and breathtaking architectural marvels that make the White House a true national treasure. Embark on a journey like no other and unravel the secrets of the Trump White House. In July 2016, Donald J. Trump gave a speech accepting the Republican Party nomination for the presidency of the United States. Unlike his predecessors, who emphasized unity and shared values, Trump's speech was self-centered and focused on his own abilities. This self-centeredness has characterized his presidency, creating an extraordinary and chaotic one-man show. Reporters Carol Leonnig and Philip Rucker decided to take a step back and examine the first 3 years of Trump's presidency. They explore the controversies and defining moments, providing a deeper understanding of what has been happening behind the scenes. Key idea number 1. In the early days of Trump's presidency, there was an incident where he made remarks that caused a rift between him and the highest-ranking military officials in the United States. In July 2017, during a meeting at the Pentagon, Donald Trump's outburst and disrespectful remarks towards America's top military leaders alienated them. Despite attempts to educate Trump on America's strategic priorities, his limited attention span and objection to internationalist language led to a heated exchange. Trump referred to NATO as worthless and criticized the troops stationed in the Gulf. He went on to say that the United States had not won the war in Afghanistan because it was a loser war. In a fit of rage, Trump insulted the Joint Chiefs as a bunch of dopes and babies. After the meeting, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson expressed his frustration, calling Trump a fucking moron. Key idea number 2. Repeatedly, Trump's lack of knowledge in areas that have historically been considered essential for presidents is evident. Trump's Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, aimed to contain China by strengthening ties with India. However, during a meeting with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Trump displayed ignorance of the geopolitical situation, causing Modi to lose faith in Trump's ability to protect India's interests. This exemplifies Trump's repeated ignorance of topics that past presidents were expected to understand. This lack of knowledge extends beyond geography to history as well. During a visit to Pearl Harbor, Trump was unaware of the significance of the site and the historical event that led to America's entry into World War II. Despite efforts by advisors to brief him, Trump rarely read summaries and often appeared unprepared for important events. This was evident when recording a reading of the Constitution, as he struggled with the text and seemed unfamiliar with its contents, in contrast to other politicians who demonstrated knowledge and understanding. Key idea number 3. Trump often disregards the advice of experts, displaying a lack of respect. Additionally, he frequently resorts to abusive behavior and tends to make demands that are unachievable. In 2017, two types of people joined Trump's administration: die-hard supporters who believed he was saving the world, and skeptics who thought the world needed saving from him. The skeptics, although not disagreeing with his political goals, lacked trust in his unconventional methods. They saw themselves as the adults in the room who could provide calm and expert guidance. However, this self-image rarely matched the reality of working in the Trump White House. Trump showed little respect for experts, often being abusive and making unreasonable demands. For instance, H.R. McMaster, the first national security advisor, faced criticism whenever he presented the president with bad news. Trump preferred to shoot the messenger, leading to a culture of withholding problems. McMaster eventually retired after enduring constant mockery. Similarly, Kirstjen Nielsen, the Secretary of Homeland Security, faced impossible and illegal demands from Trump. When she refused to implement a policy that violated the law, she was severely reprimanded. After 5 months, Nielsen resigned. Key idea number 4. In foreign policy matters, Trump frequently disregards his advisors and acts upon impulsive decisions. In February 2017, Tillerson and Kelly tried to mend relations with Mexico after Trump's promise to make them pay for a border wall. However, Trump unexpectedly announced sending troops to the border, going against what his advisors had assured. This incident revealed Trump's impulsive decision-making in foreign policy. In March 2018, Trump disregarded his advisors' warnings and congratulated Putin on his rigged election victory. In December 2019, Trump abruptly pulled out of Syria, disregarding the success achieved by US forces and leaving allies vulnerable. These instances highlight Trump's tendency to ignore advice and make impulsive decisions in foreign affairs. Key idea number 5. Despite the findings of US intelligence services, President Trump does not see Russia under Putin as a significant threat. TLDR. Despite evidence of Russian interference in the 2016 election, President Trump dismisses the conclusions of US intelligence agencies and trusts Putin's denials. This raises concerns about his relationship with Russia and his disregard for his own country's assessments. Key idea number 6. Trump frequently berates and criticizes America's closest allies. TLDR. Trump regularly lashes out at America's closest allies, criticizing them on issues such as trade deals, Brexit, and defense spending. He has treated leaders like the British Prime Minister and Canadian Prime Minister with disrespect and threatened to withdraw from international alliances. His behavior has caused shock and disrupted diplomatic conventions. Key idea number 7. The Mueller report catalogued numerous instances of misconduct, yet Trump managed to assert his exoneration based on its findings. The Mueller report, released in March 2019, concluded that while there was evidence of sweeping Russian interference in the 2016 election, there was not enough evidence to prove Trump colluded with the Russians. The report also detailed instances of obstruction of justice by Trump and his aides. However, Mueller refused to reach a legal verdict, leaving it up to the American people and their representatives to decide what to do next. The report's dense nature and lack of a clear judgment allowed Trump to claim total exoneration, shaping the narrative in his favor. In conclusion, Donald Trump's presidency has been marked by unconventional behavior and a disregard for experts. He has criticized top military officials and prefers to make impulsive decisions without relying on briefings. His approach to international relations has led to a realignment with Russia and strained relationships with long-standing allies. Despite allegations of misconduct, the Mueller report did not provide sufficient grounds for impeachment. Overall, Trump's presidency has been characterized by a departure from norms and challenges to the established order. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.